Hello everyone, Chris here at All Leeds TV. So we are post-match 1-0 loss to Birmingham. I'm not here to talk about that because I was, as you can probably tell, on the golf course, getting drenched, not playing great for the last few holes. And I think I probably had a better time than most Leeds fans still today. No, so I'm not here to do a post-match. Jack's done one. I think Oscar's done one. I'm sure there'll be probably a couple of others appearing. Very quickly, before we get into the main topic of what I want to discuss, for those that thought coming down was, going to be HMS, piss the league, and bounce straight back up, the signs aren't great. Yes, the transfer window's still open, blah, 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 all the usual excuses. I think the one positive at the minute is the manager. I like the things he's saying, and we're going to get into that in a little bit. But I predicted ninth, and I'm not overly comfortable with that at the minute because we haven't played, two of the top teams here so far. We've played Birmingham and Cardiff and come away with a point. But, everyone's got different opinions on that. But I'm here to talk about something different. And we all know the Willie Gnonto situation, refusing to play, etc., etc. Now it's, I'll say rumoured, but the way Daniel Farke was speaking at full time seems pretty nailed on that Luis Sinistera looks like he's refused to play. Costa wants out the club. I mean, I'll drive him somewhere myself if needs be. And I suspect that maybe Tyler Adams as well, but he's kept his powder dry because he's obviously injured at the minute, and he's not going to demand to go anywhere else while he's getting physio and being paid by a football club. But I would suspect that if he was fit and ready to go, suspect there might be similar noises there as well. But that's just my opinion. There's no concrete evidence of that. But to those that do want to jump ship, I've got two different attitudes towards this. From the club's perspective, from a financial perspective, get rid. We don't need poison in the dressing room. It's just not needed. But from a fan's perspective, I like the attitude that Leeds seem to have taken with Gnonto. And I hope they take it with the others of, unless someone comes in with the right money, you're not for sale. You're contracted. You're under contract. These are professional footballers. Nothing professional about them. I'm sure if I walked into work on Monday and went, no, I'm not doing this anymore, I'm refusing to work, but I still expect to be paid, I know what the answer would be, and quite rightly so. To those players who seem to think they are better than us or deserve better than Leeds United, you're part of the reason Leeds United are back in the Championship. You're not world beaters, otherwise we wouldn't have been relegated. Willie Gnonto had 3 or 4, maybe 5 good games for us, then threw his toys out the pram, and it seems like the toys have stayed thrown out the pram ever since. You're not all that, mate. You are not all that. A few egos need checking, and quick. For me, again, from a fan's perspective, and I've seen that Daniel Farke has said that, these players who aren't fully committed won't train with the team and won't be in the dressing room. Hope they're made to train on their own. And you know what, from a fan's perspective, let them wilt away in the background, because that'll do more harm to fledgling international careers than, demanding to jump ship or still getting played at Leeds in the Championship, being left, not even in the reserves. Don't burden the kids with these idiots either. Just let them rot. Let them train on their own, go home at the end of the day. No interaction with the first teamers or the 21s. and get gone. Or, just stay in the background and take your hefty pay for nothing. Let's be honest, most of the time you're nothing when you're on the pitch anyway. I've got no time for it. This is Leeds United, and I like what Daniel Farke's saying. No one is bigger than the club. And a lot of fans at a lot of clubs will say no player is bigger than their club. And they're absolutely right to say that. This isn't solely a Leeds United attitude. Do you know what I mean? No one's bigger than the club. No one. Not the owners, not the manager, and certainly not any players. And double certainly not any players who were part of a team that got us relegated last year. And I said it last year before I took myself offline for fear of saying something ridiculous. They didn't care. They didn't care. And this isn't just directed at these that want to jump ship. This is directed at a lot of them. They didn't care. I am so sick of probably 85% of this first team squad at the minute. The only ones who really are escaping my irritation, let's call it, are this season signings and the kids, that are coming through. Charlie, Creswell, Archie Gray, they don't deserve this. And they don't deserve to be in and around players like this either, who are acting like absolute prima donnas. Let me say this now. Archie Gray's a better player than Willie Gnonto. Don't get it mixed up. Do not get it mixed up. The difference is Archie Gray gets Leeds. He is Leeds. The whole Gray dynasty with its attachment to Leeds. I've had enough of them. And I'm purposely remaining calm here, not effing and blinding, because I don't think that achieves anything. All it does is makes me look angry and winds myself up more. And that's also why I've recorded this and not gone live with it, because then we all sit in the comments and wind each other up. So, I want to say to these players who feel that they deserve to be able to move on and demand that they can go to another Premier League club or whatever it may be, a team in one of the top leagues in Europe. And by top leagues, I mean, top league in Germany or Italy, whatever it may be. I'd love to say, just see you. Don't let the door smack you on the arse on the way out. But I also don't want to say that. I don't ever want to see him in a Leeds shirt again. But let him suffer in the background. You can't. It's just pathetic. We're not the first team to suffer with this. We've had it before, haven't we, with players who refuse to play. And we're not the only team that gets this. Player power, agent power, all the rest of it. And I like the stance that the owners seem to have taken with Willie Gnonto and his agent of, you're not for sale, mate. And, so off you jog, back to get back in your hole. It's pathetic. You call yourselves professional footballers. You're not. Nothing professional about you. It's weak mentality. If I wanted to move, right, to another company or whatever it may be, then what I do is I give everything to the company I'm with to show myself in the best light for those potential suitors who want to employ me for my services. Not throw the toys out the pram. I've seen a lot of Everton fans reacting to the fact that Leeds said he's not for sale. And you know what? Fair play to a lot of Everton fans saying, they were either saying, we don't want him. If this is the way he acts, we don't want him. We've just got rid of one of them in Anthony Gordon. We don't want him. And they were saying, fair play to Leeds to sticking to the guns. He's under contract. He has no God-given right to demand to leave. So, and if these rumours of Sinistera and the others are true, all the same, Cini came with high hopes, spent half of last season injured, hardly lit the world up when he wasn't injured. Bothered? I'd rather have 11 players on that pitch who understand. And, we can get carried away as fans. Let's be clear here. Let's be real, about this side before self. I mean, of course it should be that. But this is modern day football, this side before self stuff. But, to sort of echo Liam Cooper, if you don't want to be here, jog on. Jog on. It's what's the word? Well, it's mind-blowing. Mind-blowing is what it is. And I'm personally just absolutely blown away with it. And, you know, because I didn't watch the game today. My God, I'm so glad I didn't. This is where this crop of players for the last couple of seasons, and again, I discount the new additions this season, and obviously a lot of the younger kids who are still coming through. But this is where this main crop of players have got me to with this football club. I didn't care I was missing the game today. Genuinely rather been on the golf course. That's not me. That's not me. Not once did I check my phone for an update for the score. The first time I knew today hadn't gone well is I opened WhatsApp and saw there was 215 messages in the All Leeds TV sort of chat. And I didn't need to go and check any scores. I didn't need to open the chat. I knew from the 215 messages that it hadn't been a good day at the office. And I sort of shrugged my shoulders at it. I used to get so frustrated, so annoyed. You know, we all know Jack. We've all seen Jack enough times on this channel. You know, I know Jack. We know how passionate Jack is about Leeds United, and always has been. One of the diehards of Leeds. You know what I mean? I just watched a bit of his post-match. I need to watch the rest. But Jack just looks burnt out with it as well. And if it's doing it to people like him, then what the hell? You know, we know of fans who have been lifelong going to Leeds. They're seeing other different things to do with the weekends than give their time up for a bunch of prima donnas who, let's be honest, don't care, largely. Again, not some, the ones I've mentioned, but largely don't care. And some aren't good enough as well. But, you know, I'm not going to get into that now. I think I've said my piece on them enough. You know, everyone's screaming for the 49ers to invest. I sort of agree. We do need more players in. That goes without saying. But this is the fallout of ridiculous contracts and ridiculous decisions by the previous ownership group. And let me say again, one of those people at the very top still remains, still getting paid by the club. Just unbelievable. You know what? We joke, and I've joked before online, you know, the banter days are back. They're not far away. They're really not. They're not. Championship obscurity is right on the horizon. It's happened to us before. Circumstances different, yes, but it's happened to us before. We're not the only club it's happened to. Plenty of clubs have once been, you know, relative high flyers and then disappeared into the Championship and below. This is a very real danger of this, people. And players who consider themselves too big for the club and their egos, you know, certainly outweigh their skill and passion and fight are part of the problem. Like I say, the only one who I don't currently deem part of the problem, along with the certain players that I've mentioned, is the manager. And I think he's taking the right stance. Don't want to be here, you won't be involved. You won't get the ability to train with the first team and keep yourself match sharp so you can jog off when, you know, someone else comes in and potentially buys you and be match fit. Nah, you don't get any of that. You don't get any of that. This is Leeds United. His words, this is Leeds United. I am absolutely pig sick of the lot of them. And it's got me to the point of almost not caring. I will always love Leeds United. But does anything surprise me anymore? Not really. Not really. It's an absolute farce. So let's see what the next couple of weeks brings with transfers in and out. Let's see what official news comes out around Cine, Costa again. I mean, have a word. If that's true, what I've heard. Just unbelievable. And let's see what happens with Willie Gnonto and indeed Tyler Adams, who's now rumoured to be injured potentially for another 4 months. Apparently he was quite close a few weeks ago, so I'm not quite understanding what's going on there. Again, maybe there's something that's not hit the front pages yet, or the back pages, or Twitter, or X, or whatever it's called now. But there's a lot of crap left over from the previous regime. And just the sheer egos absolutely blows my mind. Some harsh realities and truths need saying to some of these players. Whether it be these that want to jump ship or these that think, it's okay to go online and berate the fans for having an opinion. And let's be clear here, an opinion and slating someone's performance is very different than going at them personally or going at the families. I'm not condoning that, but far too keen to try and wind people up when at the end of the day, you are rightly criticised for the absolute dross that you put out for 90 minutes on the pitch, wearing that hideous shirt today, but let's just say the white shirt and the badge of Leeds United. Get a grip, all of you. If you don't want a beer, we don't want to know you. I never, ever want to see Willie Gnonto. I don't want, if the transfer window closes and he's still here, don't want to see grovelling apologies and all the rest of it so he can get his game time in. No, you're done. You're done. Let's see what more news comes out about Cine and others, if there are indeed others, and if they're taking the same attitude, same stance. Don't ever want to see him in a Leeds shirt again. I would genuinely rather take potentially another season, 2 seasons of building a proper squad with players who want to be here to hopefully then push on than have these prima donnas dictate when they will play and when they won't play. Not at this football club. Not at our football club. I'm going to leave it there. Hope you all managed to enjoy the rest of your weekend. And Leeds haven't completely ruined it. And I will be back some point soon. Please, as always, hit that notification bell, like, subscribe, get your comments in below. What are your thoughts on this situation, this absolute cluster that's going on at the club? Let me know. And I'll catch you all soon. Thanks, everyone. Bye.